Good morning, everyone, and welcome to an impromptu being on the scene. I am Alma Bean, and I have to tell you guys, this has been such a crazy experience already. I am currently in Gilbert, Arizona with some phenomenal individuals, and we've only finished day one. I'm still trying to mentally prepare for everything that's going on with day two. From what I've been told, it's supposed to be a little bit more of a relaxed day, more focused on media type of day. Um, but got a lot of really great stuff yesterday. Um, and again, a huge shout out to Ryan Beckman, who made sure that this entire thing was possible, along with the Puck Drop Boys. They ensured that I was even able to get out to Gilbert. So it's been absolutely crazy, and I'm so excited for you guys to see some of the content that's going to be coming out from all of this. But the reason why we are doing this impromptu episode is because I was going around with Ryan yesterday, and we just made a quick stop by a Target because we needed to get some drinks because it was super hot yesterday. Because we were out and about pretty much all day. I left where I was staying around 5:45 ish in the morning, so then we could go golfing. And my group, we had such a great time. I was out with former Arizona State University goaltender Bronson Moore, along with hockey social media influencer Swaggy P. And then Reagan Rust, who she is a hockey coach. I believe she was just recently with Boston University. And then Pat Shea. He is an actor, but also a former draftee for the Florida Panthers. Just, hanging around, having fun. Granted, they did say that there were a couple of times where they thought that me having a camera on them while they were golfing was the reason why they probably weren't playing so well. But again, got some great stories from them. And at a later date, I'll get that information out to you guys. But while we were out at Target, because again, we were out and playing golf around 6:30, 7 o'clock that morning. Got done with our front nine around 9:30 ish. Then went straight into the Arizona Ice Gilbert Arena or rink, and getting those same guys out on the ice, including the on the bench boys. Which shout out to them. The kids absolutely loved what they were wearing, loved how they were speaking with everybody, and just made everyone feel included. And especially Bronson Moore, the moment that he got out on the ice, all the kids were swarming him. And, for all we know, he was making every single kid's day that day. Especially one kid in particular. The moment that he saw Moore in his full ASU attire, he saw him from the ice and just bolted for him. And he was like, "Are you going to get on? Are you going to get on?" So it was really cool. And I have some videos that I'll be putting out a little bit later of that interaction. But it was such a cool thing to experience. But as soon as that was done, we were invited to a gentleman named Tim Curry's house, which he has his own rink inside of his home, which I was trying to comprehend at first, like, how big is this rink? How does he take care of the rink? What exactly are we going to be doing on there? Like, does he host games? Is it just for personal training? And that kind of leads back to how big is it? So as we were driving to Curry's house, we needed a drink because it was around 115 degrees yesterday. And thankfully, I applied enough sunscreen to where I did not get burned. Did not want to burn the top of my head. But while we were driving, we stopped because we needed drinks because we were exhausted. But as Beckman was walking around finding a few additional things, I figured let's check the card section. Let's see what's going on here, because I know for my local retail stores, there's not really a large selection of sports cards. And I just so happened to find the last box of the Series 2 for hockey. So I figured, you know what, I'll buy it. And they actually had it at a really low rate. I think this Target only had it for maybe $20 max. I think it might have even been a little bit less because I bought a drink and this, and my total was around like $25. So it might have been a little bit more, a little bit less. But figured I would just share this with you guys. Yes, it's a retail box, so there might not be as hefty hits, but I'm still excited to see who we get in here. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right. So in this box, we are going to have 4 packs, and each pack is going to have 12 cards in it. All right. And put the good ones on the bottom. So we got Jordan Greenway. Got our checklist card. Teddy Bluger. Devin Toews. Jean-Gabriel Pageau. Then you got Peyton Krebs. Torrey Krug. Brock Boser. And then before we start getting into our fun cards, we got Caden Ewell. And then our first special card, it looks like it is a Dazzler. It is Alexander Barkov. Green looking Dazzler, nice and fun. Then we got a glossy O-Pee-Chee card for Braden Point, who was just announced to Team Canada, if I'm not mistaken, for the Olympics. So congratulations to him. And then for our welcome aboard card, we got Maverick Worky. Me being somewhat still new to hockey itself, probably messing up some names, but oh well. All right, on to pack number 2. And this pack is wanting to be difficult. All right. All right, move those ones to the back. I don't know if you're going to try and butcher that last name, but Arbor from the Canadiens. Brandon Tanev. We got Matthias Michelli. Trevor Zegras. Curtis McDermott. Walker Duehr. Matty Bainers. Peter Mrazek. Now we got an Electric City Matthew Tkachuk. All nice and sparkly. The speckled parallel. Then we have an on-tour card for the Los Angeles Kings. And for the first time in this box, we have the more sought-after cards, the Young Guns. And we got Joel Blomqvist. And last but not least, we have the Ooh La La for Alexander Georgiev. All right, we are already halfway through the box. Again, just something nice and simple. And funny enough, as we're ripping these cards, as I mentioned, down in Gilbert, Arizona for an amazing cause for the Ultimate Goalie Showdown, which there is some Utah representation. And I'm not talking about the players. Friends of the show, Overtime Cards, they are actually in town. So, give them some love. Go to their shop, buy product from them. To be honest, I really wish that I was able to stop by their shop before I came down here, so I could have potentially done a higher valued box. But again, absolutely love their shop. It's wonderful people that run the place. So shout out to Overtime Cards. So in this one, we got Lucas Reichel. We got Marco Kasper. And then we got Andre Vasilevsky. And I see John in the chat. I'm sure that you are excited to see some Tampa Bay representation. Dylan DeMello. Robert Thomas. Marcus Foligno. Jalen Chatfield. Thomas Harley. And Dante Fabro. So now, this next card is another Young Guns card. So we're getting lucky here. Out of our 3 packs, we got 2 Young Guns. But this one is a part of their Series 2 collection where they bring back the cards from a previous year, but then add an awesome art design behind it. So this is Huvo Teravainen with his Young Guns card. Really dope design that you can see there. We got another glossy O-Pee-Chee card, but this time it is for Sebastian Aho. And then we got a Upper Deck Portraits card for Bradley Nadeau. I do like these cards. Honestly, these ones particularly are probably some of my favorite ones that come out of these boxes. Not for like any sort of value type of thing. I just think the design is really cool. Now we are on to our last box. Oh. Might help if I turn off some alarms on my phone. But so last pack of the box. Then we'll wrap things up. In case you were curious, I do plan on doing a full Being on the Scene episode where I will go into a little bit more detail on what is going on down here in Gilbert, Arizona, along with what you need to know for Utah sports. So let's get these big cards in the back. All right. First off, we got Gustav Nyquist, Mackenzie Weegar, Sean Courtier. I probably butchered that last name really bad. My bad. Martin Popsicle. Michael Bunting, David Pasternak, Brady Tkachuk, Matthias Samuelsson, Sean Corelli. And those are the last of your normal base cards. So the final three cards of our set are going to be a bang for your puck, Evan Bouchard. And we got yet another Young Gun. So 3 Young Guns in 4 packs. We got Georgi Romanov. And then the last card, which I think is only fitting, especially with today being Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Even though he is not in the jersey that he will be wearing tonight, we have an Electric City Brad Marchand card. So, who do you guys think is going to win the Stanley Cup Final? With how things have been looking, I'm really hoping that Edmonton can pull it off and force a Game 7. But Florida has just been right down Edmonton's throat, left and right. So, who knows? I just know that we're going to get ourselves an amazing game tonight. But another thing that's going to be going on tonight is the full-on Ultimate Goalie Showdown. Yesterday, they had their draft. Teams are all set. So they will also be having their games going on at that time. If you want to be a part of the cause, with your money either going to the Canucks for Life or puck support, you could always go to Eddie, or not Eddie. I'm just thinking of who is going to be shooting. But you can go to lackantscore.com. That is LACKCANTSCORE.com, where you can make your donations. You can be involved with the silent auctions that are going on at this point. Last time I checked, a lot of those items are still at a very reasonable price, so I highly recommend getting to them before the prices skyrocket. But we got a lot of really cool stuff that's going to be going on today. And when I do the follow-up for the full-on Being on the Scene episode, you'll see anything and everything that has gone along with it. So thank you guys for coming out for this impromptu break. Again, support all of your local card shops, especially for our guys over at Overtime. And with what's going on down here, again, go to lackantscore.com so you can be involved with anything and everything that is going on while I'm here in Gilbert, Arizona. And that being said, this is another Being on the Scene. I am Alma Bean, and y'all enjoy the rest of your day.